We want you to be aware and learn how to avoid getting yourself into bad situations. And watch out for your friends. Help them avoid bad situations too. And that doesn't just mean avoid becoming a victim. It also means avoid becoming a perpetrator. Because let's face it, sometimes you can find yourself in a confusing situation, having had too much to drink, and make bad decisions, and we don't want that to happen. The statistics about sexual assault on college campuses are a serious cause for concern. According to the Department of Justice, somewhere between 1 in 4 and 1 in 6 women will be sexually assaulted during their 4 years at college. So statistically, that includes a lot of people who are here today, if you look around. And then according to another survey, 43% of college-age men anonymously admitted to using coercive behavior to have sex, including ignoring a woman's protest, using physical aggression, and forcing sex. And that's in line with other research that indicates similar attitudes among college-aged males. A lot of this activity goes unreported to law enforcement, and that's scary. But you don't have to be scared, because there is something we can do about it. And we have been doing something about it in this community. We organized a sexual assault response team 2 years ago, where we worked together as a community to coordinate our response to sexual assault incidents involving a victim advocate being there, law enforcement being there, and a healthcare provider. We follow a protocol, we use best practices, and now we also have a sexual assault nurse examiner program thanks to Bloomington Hospital. The same program provides specially trained nurses who can provide free forensic medical exams to rape victims, that provide medical care, that document injuries, and that preserve evidence. And we want everybody who's here today to know that if you are ever in that situation, or if a friend of yours is ever in that situation, that you can go to Bloomington Hospital, IU Health, and get an anonymous, free exam by a qualified, trained sexual assault nurse examiner to collect evidence, and then that evidence will be preserved for up to a year, so that you don't have to decide right then and there in that moment whether or not you want to report it to police. You can take time, you can talk to friends, you can talk to family, you can talk to a counselor, and you can make that decision without being under the immediate pressure in the moment. We also now have a deputy prosecutor who specializes in handling challenging sexual assault cases to give them the full attention and the skill that they deserve so that we can have the best possible response. We've been focused on prevention and education. We did a public education campaign about the meaning of consent. The poster's over there on the table asking, got consent? Ask. With the message, only yes means yes, and that silence, passed out, intoxicated fear are not consent. We also worked with our partners at the university to sponsor the Blame It on the Alcohol program, which is an interactive educational program that explores the link between sexual assault and alcohol, which won an award from the IU Personal Safety Commission. And now we're here today with our display asking the question, is it always okay to say no? With the slogan, ask first, make it sexy, get consent. Asking you to take our survey and test your knowledge about the myths and the realities of sexual assault. You might be surprised at what you learn. You're now a member of the IU community and a member of the Bloomington and the Monroe County communities. You can work with us to help us reduce the risk of sexual assault and make this a safer campus. You can learn and educate yourself about the law regarding rape and consent. You can know your rights and your responsibilities, and in your own relationship, you can communicate with your partner to make sure that they understand what's happening when you want to have sex and that they actively consent to it. You can also be a responsible friend and bystander and recognize when your friend is too intoxicated to be in a particular situation, either as a victim or as a potential perpetrator, crossing the line, because the fact is they could get themselves into a lot of trouble. And if so, you can help get them out of that situation. You can prevent it from happening. So watch out for your friends. Watch your own consumption of alcohol and other substances so that you can make informed, aware, healthy choices about where you wind up and with whom. We want your college years to be the best years of your lives, years that you remember and don't regret. And we all have to take responsibility for that. So let's work together to keep each other safe. Thank you very much for being here today.